All right, here we go. The question has come up. Will Bernie Sanders run again? So let me show you this new poll that just came out from YouGov. 2024 Democratic primary poll. If President Biden isn't running because he passes away or can't run or whatever. So Kamala Harris is number one in the poll, 22%. That's simply based off name recognition and being vice president. Bernie is number two at 12%. Buttigieg, 9%. Warren, 8%. Abrams, 7%. AOC, 7%. Brown, 4%. Okay. Now, understand something. Harris dropped 22 points from the last time they looked at that issue. 22 points from the last time they asked this question. Bernie was bumped up 2 points. Here's what's amazing. The dude is 189 years old and is almost certainly not going to run again. And people are still like, God, it's grim out there. What else are we going to do? Again, I think Kamala's in the position she's in solely from name recognition. That's it. Now, you could argue maybe Bernie's also there for name recognition too, at least to some extent. Fair enough. But my guess is, if you're looking at a dude who was in Congress during the Van Buren administration, that ain't just name recognition. That's like, he's the one with the policies that I want. So I do think the support for Bernie is, as per usual, more substance-based. Because what are you going to do? Support him for his charisma? I don't think so. So I do think for Bernie, it's more substance-based. I do think for Harris, it's more name recognition-based. And then, man, it's bleak. The rest of that is bleak. Buttigieg, 9%. He's just like a dollar store knockoff of Obama, and he just comes across as phenomenally insincere. And he's flip-flopped on so many issues. I don't know what he believes. There was a time he was like, I'm for Medicare for all, and then he surged in the polls a little bit, and he was like, Medicare for all is stupid. It's like communism, Fidel Castro, something. Warren, I mean, she imploded like nobody's business. When she ran on economic stuff, she was at the top of the polls, and then as soon as she started going hard on the culture war stuff, she just tanked. Abrams will be interesting because she's beloved by Democrats. She might want to take a crack at the presidency, and I do think she would go up in the polls if she did do that. Substantively, she's obviously not a leftist's ideal Democrat. AOC's at 7%. Listen, AOC, I know a lot of you aren't going to want to hear this, but fact of the matter is, I don't think she has the chops to win a national election. I just don't think she has the chops. I think her instincts are generally pretty bad, actually, and she has a way of making people who could otherwise be on her side dislike her. She basically does the opposite of what I think good politics is, which is, you almost craft the way you present yourself and your policies and your arguments in a way that could appeal to people who might not agree with you up front. She does the opposite. She's very, play to the niche subgroup. And then Sherrod Brown at 4%. I mean, who knows what can happen in 2024? It's a long way out. Maybe some boring-ass white dude will come up, because that's what happened with Biden, right? Like, everybody went, we got to go safe to be anti-Trump. And so they went with Biden. They thought he was the safest, even though he probably wasn't. Biden won, of course, but, I do think Bernie would have won as well. But the idea was, hey, at least we think he's the safest, so we'll go in that direction. He's the one who can defeat Trump the easiest. That was the thinking of a lot of voters. So maybe somebody like Sherrod Brown will, if Trump runs again, which looks likely, maybe somebody like Sherrod Brown will rise through the ranks. Maybe you'll have maybe somebody like John Ossoff will run and he'll go up through the ranks. Maybe it'll be another boring white guy. I don't know. But is Bernie going to run again? Listen, a little bit of a clickbaity title. I think the answer is no. But the fact that he's polling at 12%, even though he came over on the Mayflower, I think is astounding. That's astounding to me. Because even after the last race, and everybody knows I love Bernie, but even after the last race, I was like, oh, there's literally a 0% chance he's going to run again, and nobody is going to really support him. Apparently 12% are still like, please, things are so bad. We don't care if you're literally a carcass. Become president. I think there's this latent sense on the left where deep down everybody kind of understands it's a transformative era. We need a transformative character, a transformative leader. And Biden is a status quo manager. Harris would be a status quo manager. So there's this yearning for somebody to fill that gap. I do think somebody needs to fill that gap, but it's yet to be seen who it will be. And the sad thing is, when you look at Bernie's voting record, I don't know the next time there's going to be another Bernie. He is uniquely principled in a sense. I've had disagreements with him, but usually my disagreements with him are strategic. And based on the fact that I think he's kind of a little naive about the game of politics. And I think he's maybe a little soft interpersonally, where he can kind of get along with the party too much, and he doesn't know how to throw his weight around and really exert pressure and use leverage. So my biggest issues with him are strategic, but on the substance, the policy substance, he's almost as good as it gets. And I don't know the next time we're going to get another Bernie. So we could be facing a pretty dark era, because we need a New Deal era, and unfortunately it looks like endless Clintonism is on the horizon. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.